the password again?
No, thank you. Capital N, period at the end. No spaces.
Perfect. Did you see the whole thing on the whole jeans thing? Sydney Sweeney?
I heard, but I have no idea what actually going on with that.
Yeah. American Eagle, they're Nazis.
Are they really?
They're Nazis.
Did they
Because
throw
they
like a
used
logo
a
or
hot
something?
blonde chick, and she said the word jeans, also like your jeans.
Oh, gotcha.
And being blonde and blue-eyed, so Nazi overtones.
Gotcha.
And the lesbians are like off the ugly lesbians, and there's not an ugly lesbian now that's off the hook that doesn't
are live.
Let's fucking go. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy, and we are in our brand new studio. Not much up on the walls yet. That'll be coming up shortly, but we are excited to be in here and doing our first broadcast from here, and a bunch of great things to come. You guys are going to see a bunch of new changes. All thanks to Leo. And Leo, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Not much, man. You know, I'm very excited. A lot of space in here, so I'm
a lot of space.
Really, it looks really good on camera right now. So I'm
It looks good.
I'm
looks
very
good.
I'm happy. I'm happy for
and
sure.
now, can people see you? Can we show that?
I can show myself. Yeah, I can.
Go ahead,
So,
split screen that thing or something, man. Let's first look at Leah.
Well, actually, I didn't think of putting a split screen, so I'll work on that while you get this started going.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I love it, man. I just the things we're going to be able to do and have fun with, and I'm excited about this and the work you've put into this to create your own thing as well. From this is I'm proud of you as well. This is just fantastic.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Troy.
So, I had, just on a whim, pretty much just a few days, maybe it was like the weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, that kind of on a whim, I had been thinking that we had this space where there weren't any football games yet, but they are coming up for preseason.
Yeah.
And the Mercury were out of town, and this was like just an open weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I had such a great time a month ago when we were down in Mexico that Dawn and I decided to go again. We went back and went to a different resort, to one that we'd been to before, but we stayed in a different phase, and that was even better.
Okay.
And for the money, just everything, and even the gym that they had there. Although we did go into town and go to a gym in town too, which was kind of cool.
How was that, by the way?
It was pretty cool, except I kind of got ripped off a little bit, but it's not that much money, and so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But they, I wanted a 4-day pass, or I could have got a day pass or a week pass. Well, they didn't have 4-day pass, and she didn't really understand a lot of English to kind of make a deal.
Gotcha.
So I did the week pass because it was still going to work out money-wise, if we show up those 4 days. Well, here's the thing. That was Friday, and we showed up on Saturday at 2:30, and they were closed. And then we looked.
2:30.
2:30 when they close up shop, man. Y'all Mexicans don't work out after 2:30. And it wasn't just that gym. I checked another one too. Okay, apparently 2:30, you guys are just done.
It's just done with it. No
you
more
work out. You
exercising.
work out early because you get up, you work hard, you're done. You just get it done. And then Sunday, again, think about where you're at. You're in Mexico, and Mexico or Mexicans, and the culture and family oriented and stuff that you and I have talked about before. Many Catholics as well. Yeah, they're not open on Sunday. They're like Chick-fil-A, man.
We got better things to do on Sunday.
You're like, Sunday's family day. Ain't nobody working out on Sunday. And we could have went Monday morning, but we did find that in our hotel, it wasn't a closet like it was last time. Or in our condo resort, it wasn't a closet. It was very nice and full equipment. And so we worked out there, and it was not a problem.
That's good.
But I do, that's good to know, but I do like getting out into the mix of the community,
Kind of see how things are done and stuff like that.
How I want to see life there, man. I don't have any. It's weird because I'm in these groups now, and I'm in a Rocky Point group on Facebook.
Point group, really?
There's several of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's all people from this area that go to Rocky Point, and people asking questions about Mexican insurance for your car, which always fucking sucks ass. Something about an FMM, some form that I've never filled out or signed, but you're supposed to do to be a legal visitor to Mexico.
Interesting.
But
Oh,
Nobody.
like a visa kind of thing, or like
Not like a short-term stay thing. I don't know.
interesting.
You know, when I have flown into Mexico, you know, you do fill out a little bit of paperwork flying in, you know, about what you're bringing with you, or even when you're leaving to go through customs. When you're going through the border, you're not really doing that when you're driving
you just kind of
across.
show them a passport.
They're going to show them the passport.
And they wave you by.
Well, they don't wave me by. I've been stopped every time on the way back now since the incident. And my friend who lives down there now, it's interesting for him. He says they get stopped every time on the way in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
On the way in.
I've only been stopped on the Mexican side coming in like twice.
Huh.
But going out, like I've only been waved through
like
once.
Maybe once or twice. Yeah.
Once. Yeah. But that's the difference between the American side and the Mexican side. Although it was kind of interesting too. I don't know what was going on, and I couldn't believe Dawn didn't even notice. There was a time when we were down on the main street on the water, in Puerto Penasco, right? And there was a military truck and probably about 6 or 7 military dudes.
Just sitting outside?
No, they were not sitting, dude. They were holding their guns and walking around, and they were in front of a store. I don't know what was going on. I just went by, you know. I just mind my business and just went by, and I wasn't worried. Dawn didn't even notice it. But in these groups, these people like worry. They think the cartel is out to get them for everything, or everybody's going to rip them off. They're really dumb white people. They really are. Because you know what? Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck if you're in Mexico or the United States. There's one rule that if you apply this rule in your life, you're going to be good most of the time.
Okay.
Okay. And this is this is rules of being in a motorcycle club. You know, since I was in an outlaw motorcycle club, this is something we strongly believed in.
Okay.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Nice and easy.
Seriously, dude. If you don't start anything, there won't be anything.
Yeah.
You got no worries. Just now, random violence can happen anywhere.
Very true.
And very much right where we're at. Random violence can happen. Maybe more so in Phoenix, but there was the time, what was it, a couple of years ago? You might know more about it than I did, where they had that group of young kids that was causing the Queen Creek Goonies, or what was that?
Yeah.
It was some little kid gang.
It was a gang. It was like a high school gang that kind of like turned into like just a bunch of petty crimes and stuff like that.
But did they attack some people too, or was it?
I do remember I think an older gentleman, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Actually,
and that's what I mean. But most of the time, you're probably going to see that more in Phoenix than you're going to see that in a place like Queen Creek.
Yeah, Queen Creek, I shouldn't say Chandler. Queen Creek and the Gilbertish area is like pretty.
Dude, we're
we're
very suburban. Like that, just not
the Gilbert
like super.
Goons is what their name was.
Is that what it was?
The Gilbert Goons.
I called them Goonies. It's a stupid movie, but yeah, like they just worry about dumb shit
And they did kill someone.
Ooh,
they killed someone.
Oh, that's not good. So that's my point. That's right here. You know, I don't know. I take care of people down there when I'm down there, people that have come in my circle now, and we've been down there enough here recently and short amounts of time that, you know, we've been developing some really, really good relationships down there at, you know, different restaurants, you know, different stores or storefronts or locations with different business people. And, you know, we treat them great. They treat us great, you know, we get treated here, and we get treated very well here because I take care of people, you know. It's just be smart, you know. I don't know. I'm just not worried. And I just laugh at the stupid shit that people are worried about. Or, you know, some dude was worried about driving his car, and people were yelling at him, well, why would you, you know, bring that car down there? Because it was an expensive car. And it was like, I took my Range Rover. I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried like cartel was going to target me because of my Range Rover. Like I'm just,
I was
it's
about to
just
say, especially if you're
stupid,
going
dude.
somewhere like Puerto Peñasco, like you're gonna be
No,
fine. It's a tourist place, so you're not gonna
yeah,
find that much
and
cartel activity in that
they
area.
don't want a bunch of stupid stuff. Whatever involvement the cartel has there, it's behind the scenes.
They're making
It's
their money
behind the
off of that.
scenes.
They're
Oh,
making their
I'm
money.
sure. I'm sure. It's like the mob, man. Like
Exactly.
you just got to understand how the mob works, and if you do, you kind of get it. But again, are you going to have problems with the mob? Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Yep.
It's that
Nice and
simple.
simple.
They
love it.
want people coming there and spending money. They don't want a reputation because it's really just now, I believe, really recovering and making progress in people purchasing condos and stuff again because they were hit so hard back in 2008 during the housing crisis. They were hit so hard that it did some damage to that area economically. And now that's seemingly it's moving slow, but it is moving.
It is moving.
It is moving, which is a good thing. And we definitely want to see that. So yeah, I don't worry. Now, would I take my Corvette down there? No.
Probably
And
not.
there's only one reason I
The
wouldn't.
roads.
It's the roads.
The roads are
I'm not
horrible.
worried about somebody trying to steal my Corvette.
Yeah.
I give two fucks. I got insurance. And I got Mexican insurance. I got two insurances. But I wouldn't worry
That
about
car
that.
would break
But
down
I
before you
can't
even get to Mexico.
Yeah, I can't get to because Mar Bleu is my favorite restaurant now.
Uh-huh.
And you can't get there. You would not want to, I would not want to take my vet on that road. Period. You can't get there any other way. It is the only way is a dirt road
path,
because
yeah.
it's right next to Wrecked at the Reef, which is a very popular location, but it's very basic. I don't think they have, anything spectacular there other than, maybe some bands sometimes or a lot of people will show up for different things if you want a crowd, but it's just a basic bar. It's not really that
Crazy,
phenomenal. Yeah. Like we didn't go there once this time. And I took Dawn there previously just so she could say she was there.
Yeah.
Because people asked, "Oh, have you been to Wrecked by the Reef?" Yeah, we went. It's nothing. The other steakhouse I like, that has been hit and miss now. Not such a great experience for the one meal we had there. So we just went back to Mar Bleu, which is very, very nice. And we have had nothing but good experiences. We basically ordered 3 entrees because I got ravioli stuffed with crab with a white sauce.
Okay.
And they made the ravioli. And they didn't buy this in a bag.
Like a can or something. Yeah.
No, this is fresh made stuffed ravioli with crab, and it was good. But there were like 6 good sized ravioli pieces. But I still wanted steak. So I got, a nice like 7-ounce tenderloin too that I had, but I didn't get the sides with the steak. And I forget what Dawn had, but basically 3 entrees. We had dessert and everything. Dude, it was like $112. Dude, that's less than my tip most of the time.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I almost tipped almost 50%. I think I them a $50 tip. They're like when you're leaving.
They'll
Come
make sure
back,
to
come
remember
back,
you.
amigo. Yeah, because I felt like it was a great meal. Like, very, very good. So that's kind of our trip. We had a great time down there. Now, I did record the show because we're doing this now, live streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're also adding other content that's out there. Check it out. We're getting great response from the reaction videos. And then I also, last week, we interviewed Nikki Bowles and her book that she wrote, The Power of Yet. And that was a great interview. That's going to be loaded up here soon, too. So be looking for that. But lots of good things going on. But I did record down there, but it kind of hit me yesterday.
Okay.
We came back Monday, and it kind of hit me yesterday that, man, a lot of crazy shit. It's like you know how I described it? It's like the U.S. went off their meds. And it's kind of true.
No, yeah, you're not wrong.
Because a number of the things that have happened over this past weekend, including President Trump signing an executive order having to do with crazy people, crazy homeless people, okay, is people that are mentally ill, committing crimes or, just, I mean, the two things that happened, I believe the guy in Michigan who stabbed people.
Homeless man stabbing people?
No, it wasn't a homeless man. But it was somebody who had a record of being mentally ill.
Gotcha.
Most people that have maybe some mental issues, it's not reported. So if it gets reported, and if you have more than one, we probably shouldn't allow you to have weapons. And I'm a hard Second Amendment guy, but, maybe you get a pass on the first one.
Yeah.
But the second time, now we're questioning. That's like DUIs. The first DUI, can happen to anyone. Second one, you might want to look and see if you have a problem, dude. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But no, Trump did sign an executive order to forcibly remove homeless people or to be able to take them legally now, to take them off the streets and evaluate them and get them help.
Interesting.
But the obviously, some people are opposed to that. You're, infringing on the crazy person's rights. But one of the things, remember when we had when we interviewed the representative running for Congress here in Arizona.
Yes.
Why can't I remember his name? Because that's coming up. But anyways, he had a great plan about helping homeless people.
That was like one of his biggest things, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
And part of the plan was, getting them off the streets and getting them help.
Yes.
And we have to at least accept the fact that what we've been doing and the billions of dollars that have been thrown at the homeless problem have not worked. It's not worked.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. They're not any better on the street. They're not any safer. They're not any healthier. The problem hasn't been reduced. We still have as many as ever. And they're going untreated. They're going untreated, whether it be for a mental illness or for addiction or whatever is going on for them. And a good number of these situations, whether it's a young person or whoever the age is that's committing these kinds of like mass shootings or, mass stabbings, whatever it is, they have mental problems. A good percentage of them, at least a big enough percentage that if you can take care of that and help them, that we could have a good chance of reducing them overall. Just by that, focusing on that one group. And wouldn't that be a good thing? I thought the left wanted to help people. I thought they cared about people.
That's what they say, at least.
Well, letting somebody stay in a tent under a bridge is not helping them. Giving them a grocery, that you don't remember this, but some decades ago, there was a whole thing about, giving them free grocery carts. Oh, yeah, because they steal them anyways. Yeah, because they steal them anyways. There was a whole thing about, you're not helping them.
Yeah.
That's not helping them out of the situation.
You're, in fact, giving them more of a reason to kind of stay and keep doing things like that. Because you're enabling them, like, oh, here's a cart to push away around your stuff. Like, definitely don't go get a job or anything.
No. And even if we don't, it's not even about, for a while anyways, getting them into the workforce. To me, tax dollar wise, that's the needy people we should be helping, and government, our money should be going to help them getting in a livable situation somewhere, having a room somewhere, not just giving them money to have a house somewhere, but, getting their life back together under some type of,
like
at least
program
loose,
or like some sort of step protocol or something.
Yes.
Like you finish this, then we'll give you this, and then move on to the
work
next
your
step
way.
Like
Yes. That's how it should, something like that. And there might be things that work and things that don't work. And that, to me, is real simple, too. If something's not working, stop doing it. And if something is working, do more of that. And, if something's not working, try something else. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
Okay. You just have to accept that some things are failure and not to continue on failed programs. But it's like the whole country went off their meds, because here you have the thing in Michigan. And how about this? That guy was stopped, who was stabbing people, was stopped by a heroic black citizen who had a concealed carry and held him at gunpoint until the cops came.
Oh, and then people were upset about that, right? The fact that he had a concealed carry or something like that. There was a whole situation.
Of course,
I think
dude.
I saw something like that.
The story can never be that the guy that has the concealed carry saves the day.
Yeah.
That can never be, because guns are bad. Okay. Well, so are knives. Okay. I mean, we know that.
Fair.
And then you have another guy that's so mentally ill that he apparently was going after the NFL. The NFL was in the building that he went in, the NFL offices, because he believes, he wrote a note that he has CTE and that the NFL doesn't care about it. I guess in his youth, he was a football player, and he believed that his current situation and mental illness was due to head trauma.
Interesting.
And yeah, and so after he shot those other people, he killed 4 people, he shot and killed himself with the long gun that he had with him that has been mistakenly called an M4, which was not an M4. It maybe could have been a civilian version, but an M4 is a fully automatic military rifle, and citizens do not have those. You are not allowed to have a fully automatic weapon without going through tremendous background checks. And it might take up to a year going through the whole process, paying the fees, background check by the FBI. And then the gun you're going to get has to have been manufactured prior to 1986. So you're getting an old gun, okay, that's going to cost you probably close to $50,000. Because there's such a limited amount of them now, because you're not allowed to have them, there you go. But it was probably a Palmetto State Armory AR-15 is what it was.
Yeah.
But that's, again, people, within an hour of that happening, the anti-gun people, instead of focusing on the tragedy itself,
you're worried more about the gun.
The gun. Yeah. Within an hour, dude. That's so embarrassing. You really, motherfucker, couldn't wait a day, because one of the people who were killed was a cop. And it was a cop with 2 small children, a wife, 2 small children, and his wife's pregnant. And I don't know, but I want to look into it, but I want to donate personally. There's got to, hopefully somebody sets up a fund that can help that mother and wife.
Where was this? I'm sorry.
New York. Downtown New York, man. Midtown.
That is.
And dude, he just parked his car wrongly, double parked it in the road, and walked in carrying it by his side, straight down, out in the open, not in a case, and walked into the building. It's insane. And I don't know if you saw or not, but we'll get to that. But 2 times CNN referred to the suspect as, I don't know how, they said how tall he was, and likely or possibly a white man. Dude, there's nothing about him that looked white. Like, it wasn't even close. It wasn't.
Possibly, though.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It was possible. So, yeah. It was insane. But that's what I mean. This guy drove all the way from Vegas. Mentally ill. Drove from Vegas, man. I know, right? Drove from Vegas. So it was a big, big deal. And then on top of that, we also had an incident in Cincinnati. They had some music festival. Yeah, look at the picture, dude. Just walked in like that from the street. There's your possible white guy, according to CNN. Because it's a different narrative when it's a white guy.
Yeah.
Then they want to know, if it's a white guy, then they want to know what? Well, if he's carrying a gun and he's white, he's probably a Trump supporter. They want to bring those types of politics into it right away when we're talking about mental illness here, and that shouldn't be political at all.
Yeah.
Why you want to have a discussion? Well, we can have a discussion. And the discussion should be about dealing with the mental illness. And thank God that Trump has done this with this executive order, because it's a start. It's a start. And kind of crazy that he did that just days before this happened. But shows how important this is. And the other thing that it shows with this is, the New York mayoral race is coming up.
Okay.
And you have Mamdani, who is the Democratic nominee. Mm-hmm. And he is a hardcore defund the police guy.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. Not a great time to be a defund the police kind of dude when something like this happens. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to send a counselor here too? Because that's what he wants to do. For domestic violence situations, he wants to send a counselor.
Just send a bunch of counselors everywhere.
What's interesting, why do, when we have press conferences now, why does every press conference by every mayor in the country, do they have to surround themselves with 15 people?
They're all scared. Like security or like press?
No, they're
like
like people, you got Mayor Adams there.
Oh, gotcha.
The woman speaking was the police commissioner. But you just have all these other police-related people that it's just something I've noticed that lately, that people would maybe bring one or two other people with them that might have information to share about whatever the press conference is on. But lately, if it's whether it was the LA fires or whatever it may be, right, that you got 10, 15 people around them. Or in a case like this, 10, 15 people around. Like, do we really need that many? Really?
Like, yeah,
what is the image? What is it that you're trying to present? That you're on top of it? Well, demonstrate that by your actions, that you're
being on top of it.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the world just went crazy while I was gone.
Having a good time.
Having a nice time in Mexico, eating my fish tacos. And then in Cincinnati, as I said, where they had this music festival. Now, more information has come to light. That is important. But right away, people wanted to jump to conclusions. People right away wanted to blame the white guy when we didn't know what, if anything, he did to antagonize this group of black people who then beat the fuck out of him and another woman. But apparently now we do know that he did do something, that he did strike some other guy first. But I don't know, shouldn't it have been between them two? Because I don't think most of the people in this group were connected.
It
was more in the area and more of a mob thing. And,
gotcha.
You got a white guy on the ground and you're going to get your kick in too.
Gotcha.
And then some woman that tried to help him, she got fucked up.
Trying to help the man on the floor getting beat up?
She got hit by a dude. Like one punch, knockout. She looked like she was dead.
Jesus.
Kind of knockout.
Is there a video to this?
Oh, there's video. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. There's plenty of videos all around, dude. And they've arrested 2 people. Now they've arrested a third.
Okay.
Apparently today. Because it's just this. And the Cincinnati police chief is blaming journalists because of how it was reported. We're like, she's a DEI hire. I'm promising you, this police chief, she is incompetent, and it's clear. But so a lot of racial shit being thrown around. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Which is, I hate it, man. I do. You know, I hate the racial shit like that. But it has to be talked about. It has to be dealt with. And I think there was even another separate incident in the same area that happened where another guy was beat by a mob too. And some people were trying to say that, well, this doesn't happen, you know, out of the blue, that they must have antagonized or said something to them. And again, now we have some evidence out there that, yes, something did happen prior that did kind of start things off. Yeah, if you want to play the video.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I actually don't.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. We'll get to my mariachi men at the end because I totally fucked up the segue into that. So.
Let's see, because I'm curious as to what is this the one you referred to?
This should be.
If my computer wants to work, there we go. Graphics. Oh! 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 So this was out
yeah, they're at a festival. Music
So what was the quote unquote?
We don't know what was said. Keep playing. Yeah, we don't know what was said. I haven't seen a video where I guess there is a video of him striking the black guy.
Prior to all this going on.
Yeah, right before. Start. When that happened. Now watch this. She tried to help him. The woman in the blue dress. Hands down. Oh! Right there. Oh! Flowers on each side. Oh! Just kind of.
My boy drunk. Oh!
Then the dude.
Oh my God.
2 women and then the dude.
Jesus Christ.
Did that cut off there?
Yeah, I guess they were like,
so
let's
you didn't
not
get
show
to see
that.
it. No, I have seen it.
They continued to hit her?
Well, dude, no, they didn't really because she was out. She was like cold, dude.
Gotcha.
Like not moving cold. Like somebody first checked to see if she was even fucking alive.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yes. That was crazy. And then I think, like I said, there was a totally separate one that we're not seeing much about, but where there was another incident at the same place where another guy got involved.
Completely different
Completely
scenario.
different. Just one guy. So my whole point is to say that this doesn't happen
in the U.S.
No, without being instigated.
Gotcha.
We know that it does because we know that there was this for a few, going back just a couple years, right?
Mm-hmm.
That there was this whole, they called it the knockout game, right?
The knockout game?
They called it the knockout game. You can research it,
Okay.
the knockout game. So like maybe to get into a gang that a group would be just roaming down the street and you would run up behind somebody and hit them from behind and they wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah.
You know, I can defend myself, but I'd have a hard time, even me, defending myself
from behind,
from somebody coming up from me from behind
Yeah, no, I agree.
and you know, hitting me. And they did that just randomly. Like there was no provocation whatsoever. And they usually targeted women and older people because they were the most vulnerable.
Because they couldn't knock out a grown ass man.
Less likely to.
Yeah.
You know, easier to knock out older people. Now, you just
That is
see
so
them knock
stupid.
out a 60, 70-year-old person. You're just like,
That's like, no,
that's what I'm saying.
infuriating.
But that's what I'm saying.
infuriating,
That has happened, and it was a thing. And it's not a thing that's like totally gone away. So to say that that kind of violence doesn't, like what we just saw, doesn't happen without being provoked, you know, I think it's one thing if again, two men want to get in a fight, go, man.
100%.
Go. That's fine.
And
But let those-
it's legal
let
in most
them
places
do
if you both agree to have a fight.
Kinda. Well, you'd just be charged equally.
Is that
That's
how,
how
it
it's
works?
supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah, I have experience with that.
Because I know there's a few states where, like, if both parties agree to have an altercation, a fight, and as long as like they're not beating them on the floor, then like there's no charges or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'll look back into it.
But I'm just saying, like, gotta stop saying the word like. I watched my one video the other day and I kept repeating some stuff that I was not happy with. So what happens is if you and I get into a fist fight, it's just going to be like,
we're going to put a light counter on the screen.
it's just going to be a mutual assault,
Interesting.
basically.
Gotcha.
But if you pull out a knife, now you're in trouble.
attempted
And
murder
I
at
really
that point.
shouldn't be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I can tell you it didn't work out that way. But that's how I was
It's
told I was
supposed to
supposed to
work.
work out
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
cops. Like, oh no, he escalated. He pulled out a knife. No, this is on him. Like you can't do that. So if you're both using the same kind of force, then
There's equal kind of like punishment
Yeah.
to both people.
Yeah.
Yep.
but if you do something
more
more
than the other
than that, like
takes over. Like
use a weapon, then that's significantly different.
Gotcha.
That's how I understand it to be. But again, there's some undertone going on here, some kind of resentment going on, obviously, for people wanting to join in and get their shot in on a white guy that they don't know, and they had no part of the original altercation. And I would say the exact same thing if it was in reverse. If it was a group of white dudes beating up a black person or anybody of any other race, I would say the same thing. And that might be the case. I'm not saying it doesn't go both ways, but there's definitely this undertone, something going on in the community, in our country, this undertone of resentment that some people are feeling. And we're not good at talking about that stuff and bringing it up. And, well, you can't fix something if you don't talk about it.
Very true.
You know, I think that would be a good step. And I hope this leads people to start talking about that part of it. You know, what is the resentment? What is this other person feeling that caused them to be okay with jumping in like that?
Gotcha.
You know, because again, it's different when the group of people don't know each other and then you don't have an actual connection to the assault. That's way different than a motorcycle club that you fuck with one of the brothers and then four of them beat the shit out of you. There's a connection there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it's different.
Yeah.
I have a unique perspective on this stuff. I've lived a crazy life. I do understand this kind of stuff and how it happens. And yeah, definitely something going on with that. And then, so that's one or a couple of things. So we had the stabbing, we had the shooting, and we had the altercation, the assault in Cincinnati. And what else did we have going on? So during that whole period of time, we also had other things like, apparently, you could probably go to my Facebook for this one and the Sydney Sweeney. Have you ever seen White Lotus? Do you know anything about White Lotus?
I need to look up what White Lotus is, but I've definitely
Is it a TV show that she's in? Apparently, this is what really has made her famous, is White Lotus. An actress in White Lotus. And look, she's a hot 27-year-old blonde. She just is.
Very true. I will agree to that.
And it used to be attractive people used to be used.
White Lotus, yes. The White Lotus.
The White Lotus. And it's a series.
Drama, 3 seasons.
What's it on? Netflix? What's it on?
It is on HBO Max.
HBO Max. Okay. Now I might check it out.
And Hulu.
And Hulu. So it used to be a thing, and not just of women. It used to be a thing for men, too, that, like, geez, I'm going to, like, shoot myself. I'm just going to have you sit there with a Nerf gun, and every time I say the word like, this foam bullet's going to come flying at my head. And, you know, we might get some views out of that. People might want to see me take shots from the foam bullet.
Oh, man. We'll have to think about something.
Something. But Mark Wahlberg, that's what I was trying to say. Mark Wahlberg, you know, well known for commercials when movies, he was younger, fit, kind of thing.
Yep.
Johnny Depp, right?
Johnny Depp. Good Johnny Depp.
So, you know, was another one I need to stop saying. So Johnny Depp with cologne.
Yes.
Too.
Very big
right?
cologne guy.
And I believe it like you can advertise cologne without your shirt being on. You can leave your shirt over that.
Very easy.
But apparently they think that it's going to work much better to sell the cologne.
And I'm sure it does.
The shirt
too.
off.
I'm sure it does too, because it gives.
Of course.
Because it's all like a psychological thing, right?
Of course.
So like at the end of the day, they know what they're doing with the marketing and stuff like that.
Do you know what I don't want to see?
What's that?
I don't want to, and I don't think women want to see. They don't want to see a 400-pound fat man with his shirt off selling cologne. They don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying to be inclusive or whatever it is, that kind of shit doesn't sell. It doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Something Patrick Bet-David has brought up recently, 2 Super Bowls ago. So not this year's Super Bowl, but the prior year's Super Bowl, Jaguar did a commercial.
That pissed everyone off.
Because it was all about celebrating the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I get all the letters? Plus.
I don't.
I just had plus in there, whatever. And the way they dressed, it was an odd commercial. And you know what happened to Jaguar since then?
Plummeted.
Badly. Their sales went in the toilet.
Yeah, I think like a few months, like right after the commercial, they started tanking quick.
People didn't want to be associated with that. They didn't want other people thinking, well, if I drive a Jaguar, this is what I think. They didn't want to be associated with that. Yep. And it literally crashed. Now, I actually have American Eagle jeans.
Okay.
And the reason I have some American Eagle jeans, besides Rock Revival, of course, I've had Rocks for many years now. I wear those with my cowboy boots mostly, or when I'm riding my motorcycle, things like that. But I also wanted a pair of really good basic jeans that fit, that were comfortable, that had a certain look. Now, I tried to buy more expensive jeans.
Okay.
Like literally, on purpose, I tried to buy, $200 or more jeans.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this thing where I was watching the series called Billions.
Okay.
And the main character in Billions wore jeans. That was a basic looking jean, but it was expensive.
Okay.
He was big on, he wore some Pumas, but why can't I remember the name? With the N on the shoe.
Oh, New Balance.
New Balance. Jesus Christ, Troy. Just had a brain thing. So New Balance. But he would wear special edition New Balance that you can't get, because I tried to buy the New Balance.
God.
And you would have to go to a reseller that stocks these kind of shoes, like they do the Jordans and things like that. And they would be $300 to $500 New Balance. And you're like, $300 to $500 for New Balance? Yeah. But that's what Andy would wear concert T-shirts. And I actually have the Black Sabbath T-shirt, the same exact one that he wore in the show, because it's a cool T-shirt. I get compliments on that T-shirt all the time. And he wore hoodies a lot, but they were expensive hoodies. Okay, these are $250, $300 hoodies.
Casual clothes.
Casual looking.
That are just very expensive, but
that
people wouldn't know.
But if you are close to him and you look, you're going to tell the quality of the fabric.
Gotcha.
And honestly, this is a true story, and I'm not meaning to pump up American Eagle. They don't need my help right now. They got fucking Sydney Sweeney. But I couldn't find any, they just didn't fit good. They just weren't, they didn't have the look. I actually get the look that I wanted and the comfort in putting that style together from a $40 pair of jeans, $45, whatever American Eagle jeans are right now. Yeah. I think the ones she's advertising are like $80 or $90.
Really?
For American Eagle, that she's promoting in the commercial and stuff. But so the whole thing, and the reason we're bringing this up is there's been this attack on her and on American Eagle on social media, on TikTok and X now, going after her, and mostly from lunatic liberals and lunatic and crazy gay people. Not all gay people, I don't think. I don't know.
The crazy ones.
But just the really crazy ones that are also lunatic liberals who believe that this is a Nazi dog whistle, trying to promote being a Nazi because she's blonde. She talks about blue eyes. She talks about genes, the genes she got from her parents, and then she's equating that to genes that she's putting on.
So the quote is, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, or even your eye color. My genes are blue. So that's what everyone
they're focusing on that, because what did Nazis promote is the white supremacist. Yeah. I'm sorry. Is this good for American Eagle, this publicity? Absolutely, 100%. It's not bad for them at all. Do I believe that they specifically did this and thought somebody was going to take it this way and spin it, and that's why they did it, to this being about being a Nazi? Absolutely not. I do not believe that. But since it happened, I would roll with it as the company.
Honestly, yeah.
And you know what? I would not apologize. And I hope they don't. Like, I don't want an apology. Like, if you're offended, we didn't mean anything by this. We were not trying to do that. We're just trying to promote our genes or whatever. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't say I'm sorry. I'd say we're promoting our genes. If you don't want to buy our jeans, don't. That's okay.
Nice and simple.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But this was an ad with somebody that we felt has done good things. I was trying to remember what other company. She did something for some other company, and they made $200 million. in some kind of ad she was in that they like really went up in sales. Patrick Bet David, they were talking about it on there, and I don't remember what that was. But so why does somebody why would American Eagle hire her and pay her whatever they paid her? Because she's got a track record.
Yeah.
Of making somebody else some money.
Yeah.
Dude. You wonder teachers should be paid more. This girl, she just put on a pair of jeans and she's hot and she didn't do anything. She was just born hot. Oh my God, people. You know, you're paid based on your value. You're paid based on your value. And she has shown her value in the marketplace by being able to be the face or a spokesperson for a company and for it to work positively for the company where they made a shit ton more money than they did without her.
So
That's what's
no,
go ahead.
Out of curiosity, is she receiving backlash or is the
The whole thing she is, because why would she allow herself to do that? And look, women are mean. Women are mean to other women.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of scary sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, holy shit.
You know, Dawn feels really good about how she looks right now. You know, her confidence has really grown. And Dawn was in very good shape. You should really, we should show some pictures. We'll do that maybe next time. Dawn sent me a video of her in June or July of last year working out. And she looked good, okay?
Yeah.
And she was it was when she was still going back and forth from Missouri to here.
Gotcha.
And she was at a Planet Fitness. She's on a machine. She looks good on the machine. She looks healthy. She had some muscle, but it was all soft. She had a soft tone on her. And some people may prefer that. That's fine.
Yeah.
And she's not... You know, some people, when they see a woman with muscles, they slam them for being a dude. Dawn is not like a big, huge, like the biggest of the female bodybuilders.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
But she does have definite definition
Yes.
that's much greater than your average female.
Yeah.
Like much, much greater. And that's why we don't let her do any more work on her traps. We don't, because if they would get any bigger, it would be more of a masculine look. She doesn't, that's not what she's going for. But people will say mean things, you know, about that. And then if you compare it to her picture now again, she came to me when we were beginning our relationship. She had gotten involved or had gotten bad advice from other people. She was still is a co-owner of a powerlifting bodybuilding gym back in Missouri. She had gotten some bad advice from some other people. She's been lifting and working out for years and years, but she wanted to take it to a new level. She wanted to get better advice. She asked me to help her because she had asked other people that she had trusted in her life and they really let her down.
Gotcha.
Really. I mean, these are people you thought you could trust. And she had seen me work with my clients and seen the results of my clients that she wanted a program too, you know, of peptides, of, you know, changing up her diet and even how she lifts, because she did bodybuilding type of lifts, but she was doing those lifts like a power lifter would.
Gotcha.
More of moving the weight instead of focusing and concentrating and, you know, where it's not all about when you're building muscle. Look, it's not all about strength.
Yeah.
Strength is important, but it's not the only thing.
Two different type of
when you're
workouts,
trying to get
yeah.
yes, that's what I'm trying to
Completely
get at.
different
Yes. So we did that. What we did is more protein in her diet, and she got rid of the alcohol. She was a casual drinker, especially on the weekends, going out with friends,
like that.
other girls. She was single. And with her kids, if they would go out to eat at a Mexican restaurant, she was going to have a margarita or something, you know. But she didn't really have an alcohol problem, unlike me. But she just, it wasn't that important to her to keep drinking. And she hasn't drank since. and it's not been
That's
an issue.
impressive.
If she wanted to, she could. Again, she's not an alcoholic. She didn't have an issue. This is purely that it wasn't that important to her, and changing her body was. And she made a significant change in her body over last year's summer, from June, July to, going into Christmas. She made a significant change and looked fabulous. And then here recently, even after her surgery, even though she wasn't able to do some certain things, she took another step. And she's ripped as fuck, dude. Like, I have to get my shit together, and I've been working on getting my shit together. But again, I've had to recover from almost dying from COVID, and needed to work it. But now I'm working on, I don't always want abs, but I do want abs right now because she looks fabulous. And I look okay, but I want to look better and look better next to her. But she posted, she's proud of what she's done. And most people on her Facebook, when she posts a picture of us, and she's in a dress because she wears dresses a lot, that, the response is, that she looks great, and she gets a lot of good feedback from people, right? But somebody that she worked with posted on one of her latest pictures, I like the old you. And it's like, how are you supposed to take that? Like the old you. And get this. So this was somebody she worked with. This is somebody that she never went to lunch with. She never met this coworker outside of work for anything. Not a movie, not a drink, not come over to my house and hang out and watch,
whatever it be.
Not come over to my house and watch Lifetime.
The drama.
Lifetime, that's the channel. The chick channel.
Oh, with all the different, yes. My mom loves that.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
You're right. You're 100%
but never did anything with this person.
No,
this person
just
knows of you.
Yeah.
You know the work life. Do you really know that? How much do you really, really know about that person that you've never hung out with, even at a picnic, anything outside of work? Even a work picnic, whatever. Nothing. But you like the old Dawn. What was the old Dawn? Are you talking about her body? Are you talking about her, how she's coming across? What you don't like that she's more fit now? And you don't like the work that she put in? You don't like that she is exhibiting, again, a kind of confidence? Now, I mean, she's confident. She can literally wear anything she wants. Anything. Because let's be honest. Women, especially younger women, don't give a fuck. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't care how they look at something, apparently. Because there are women, and I'm just going to say it, I'm sure it's controversial, and men do this as well, but women especially, where they're wearing a certain type of clothing or shirt or cutoff or something
to get attention
that is not appropriate, that nobody wants to see. It's not attractive. You can be overweight and dress nicely and appropriately, and somebody, oh, you look very nice today, and look good.
Yeah.
But some things are not meant for people of a certain size. It's just not.
Yeah.
And you can think it's not fair that this other chick can wear it and you can't, she looks good, and then do something about it. Just do something about it.
Yeah. If you really truly are wanting something like that, if it's really that important to you, you'll make it. You'll figure it out and do whatever needs to
And women all the time come up to Dawn, literally almost daily. It's gotten to the point of being crazy now, where women will come up to Dawn and be like, "What are you doing? What are you taking? What can I do to look like this too?" Daily. Randomly. at the gym, at the store, at a concert. We could be anywhere. So somebody who may not go up to a total strangers, having to overcome a little bit of a fear, maybe a little bit, and go up to a total stranger and ask that. Not everybody will do that. And for how often it happens now, it's like, wow. Even when we were in Mexico, so Dawn every morning around 9 o'clock, because I'm doing the podcast, right? Especially on Monday or Wednesday. Friday and Monday.
Yeah. Dawn
went down and she loves to sunbathe. And you can sunbathe for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's about as much, because it's no different than here in that respect. You're going to get all the sun you need and change color in that amount of time. Yeah. You do longer than that, you're probably going to burn.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true.
And she tans very, very well. But she went and did that. And then later on, we went to the pool that day, you know, where the bar was, and had our Diet Cokes and non-alcoholic strawberry smoothie. Just as we were walking into the pool, you know, there's a group of women that were like, oh my God, we saw you. We were going to yell from you from the 9th floor this morning. We saw you sunbathing. You look so awesome. You look so great. You know, and she talked to him for probably, you know, an hour or a couple of them during that period of time. But yeah, but I'm just saying, she's not getting Sydney Sweeney hate, but she also gets some hate.
Yeah. The jealousy.
And I actually see more than she does.
She's just
so like, oh yeah. So and I haven't really talked to her about it because I don't want to really bring it up. Maybe she'll see in the podcast.
Problem.
Well, I don't know if it'd cause a problem, but
like self-conscious or not self-conscious, but like self.
So if I get in an argument with someone, and they want to, because you know, people say, oh, well, you're stalking me. No, we got into an argument, and I looked at the page to see how many followers you have. Do you have any pictures? Is your account public? Because mine is all public. And you got 25 followers, and you have no picture, and you're just a troll on Facebook, just trying to stir shit up, say shit about people or whatever. But people will attack me, and I'm okay. Attack me all day long. But they'll look at my Facebook, they'll see pictures of Dawn and try to attack me with that because she has muscle. Does that intimidate you? It's like, yeah, please repost a picture. Please repost a picture of Dawn and I.
Out there,
It's like
I
said like again. But repost a picture of Dawn and I. Go ahead. I think this is my phone. I don't think that's my iPad, but I don't know. But yeah, people will repost a picture because I'll post pictures of them that they look stupid in, and like I'm posting pictures. I'm proud of the picture, so I don't care if you repost it. I look good. You want to make fun of me for being old? Like I know how old I am. You're not really insulting me. Or it's like when they try to insult me about steroids. Did you really look at my page?
Kind of what you do.
I talk about this all the time. That's not really a dig. You know, that's not a thing. There we go. That's not really a thing. You can't really insult me that way. And it's kind of weird. Somebody said in my profile pic that I look like RFK Jr.
What?
Yep. And honestly, if you do a close-up of it, can you do that?
I definitely can hear that.
And expand it.
Let me just make sure people can see what you're seeing. There we go.
Yeah. Can you even make it bigger? And actually, right there.
You
know what?
Probably not that.
And I don't like that necessarily. But guess what? That's a good dig in some respects. Because face to face, or if people look at me now on the show here, I do not look as old as that look. It's just the camera and the lighting that was changed and that made that actually I have these slight bags that I'm working on that I would love to get rid of, okay, under my eyes, that sometimes they're more than others.
Okay.
Because I sleep for shit. But other than that, I have pretty good skin for an old dude.
I would agree with that.
I don't have black people's skin because they have amazing
They
skin.
nice and smooth.
And yes, they have amazing skin. I don't have that, but it's very close. It's very good. But
the grainy on the photo,
the
also
grain
it
makes
doesn't
it
help.
look
Yeah,
like
it
that,
doesn't
and the
help.
way the smile is and
Exactly.
the indentations, that does look a little like if you put a hat on JFK. Now, I don't think he is lean and
That's
in
the
shape.
other thing I was gonna
But
say is like the
he
body
ain't
for
he
sure.
ain't as big as I am here. He ain't this big. But again, if you repost this picture and try to slam me, I'm like, if you repost, see how hard
I
it
didn't
is?
even notice that one. I'm not gonna, that one snuck by. I didn't even notice that one.
The first thing you have to do if you want to improve
Uh-huh.
is you got to notice that kind of stuff
The
and
small
work through
things.
it and do it. And I'm going to catch it and I'm gonna work on it while we do the show.
Like I said,
That's the only way to do
I'm
it.
gonna get it
I
counted for
want
you.
to get better. And I had to go through this early in my career on the radio. I had to do the same thing.
Really
Listen to
that-
myself.
That's actually really interesting to think about.
I listened to myself after each show. I would listen to the whole show and try to pick up on stuff like that because it annoys me if I'm listening to someone else do it.
Gotcha.
So if
Gotcha.
I'm doing it, I know somebody listening to me, it's annoying them. Like I like Troy, but
Gotcha.
can you stop
Stop
with the
saying
like?
like.
Can you stop with the You might want to cool that a little bit, Troy. So I'm trying to do that myself
That's good. At least you can like sit there and be like,
and to catch myself. So it takes a little bit more thought than just speaking out. It takes definitely more focus to be able to do. Maybe talk a little bit slower. And you have to, when you're going to do that, you have to just catch yourself. And it's the half-second pause. The pause is okay. It's not a terrible thing. But the pause is much better than the repeating of the
same
same
like
word
thing.
over and over and over.
Gotcha.
Whether it's or whether it's Gavin Newsom saying "God damn" 6 times in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I swear more than
A good
I'm in the
majority of
top
people, yeah.
1%. All right, but I'm okay with it, and I'm pretty good at it. It's natural for me. It doesn't sound natural for you.
For other people, yeah.
To say it 6, and I
Of
don't
course.
say it 6 times in the same thing. So yeah, please. I have a nice Rolex on, wearing nice clothes. You can't see it. I'm in that photo. I was really wearing my Italian P448 sneakers, which are a nice high-end sneaker. That's a Lululemon shirt, black clover hat, and I'm standing in front of my Corvette.
I was about to say you're kind of missing out a pretty big part of the picture there.
Yeah, try to use that as an insult on me, please.
Honestly, though,
Insult me.
I'm not quite sure how that works as an insult, but
I don't either.
But I'm not gonna lie. When you did bring that up, and I zoomed into the picture, that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do that. That's fine.
That was funny.
That's a really good one. But attacking her is not cool.
No.
I think it makes you a piece. And I'm surprised some women that I get into political argument with will do that. They'll attack.
They'll just
her.
go sideways and be like, you know what? I'm done talking politics. Let me talk shit about you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and a lot of times I'm coming at somebody because they went sideways at somebody else first.
Gotcha.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What are you trying to say? What's your purpose? What a shitty way to live and mindset to have. But back to Sydney Sweeney, and we'll wrap this up. It's great for them. It's totally horrible for Democrats. It's not a good look when this TikToker is getting a lot of publicity. I'm sure she'll grow her audience because of it. But I don't think, I could be wrong, but my guess is a majority of the LGBT community do not want her to be the spokesperson for them.
I could see that.
Do you see what I'm trying to say about that?
I can see. Actually,
This woman is not attractive. She has a big head, big round head, pumpkin head. Okay. I don't remember about the hair, but she had the nose thing in, the
piercing or whatever
circle thing in, and then it was cocked weird sideways. It wasn't even like balanced. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might want to check that out before you record. Maybe. I don't know.
Kind of looks like a booger kind of hanging out when
It's just weird. She is not a good messenger, and it's not a good message.
I think that's to
attack this company and to think what? Because again, there is no way in hell that American Eagle wanted to give off Nazi vibes. That was not their goal.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not good.
And for you to take it that way, you just have to be a very unbright person. Not smart. It's not good for that community. It's dumb. And people are tired of it, honestly. They're really, I have enough American Eagle jeans that I probably need to get rid of a few that, but it almost makes me want to purchase another pair.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I have plenty, and they're good jeans. If you want a nice pair of basic jeans, throw on with your retro sneakers and a concert shirt, Megadeth, my Megadeth shirt, or Black Sabbath. That's the one I like to wear them with, my one Black Sabbath shirt. Maybe I'll wear that.
Next time
for the next episode. I'll do that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand. They're not making any sense right now. And we just had another poll out that was a CNN poll last week, and now a Wall Street Journal poll that shows that the Democrats' approval rating is the lowest it's been in 35 years. 35 years. Ooh. And people think the Wall Street Journal is a conservative newspaper. It's not. Their opinion page has always been on the conservative side, okay? But the rest of the paper is not. So people kind of misconstrue that. And CNN is more on the left than anything else, but they have been trying to tell the truth a little bit more, to not be like so crazy.
Yeah, they're not over-exaggerating.
They have been in the last 6 to 12 months realized that message, the MSNBC message, wasn't working and tried to move a little bit. And so they're not going to, it's just different hearing them say that, just as I talked about on Monday about Bill Maher again, saying that he was wrong about the tariffs. So when you hear the other side kind of admit things now, it's like, yeah, we knew. Glad you're saying it now, but we got to meet you. It's finally catching up. Yes, that's definitely a thing. But we just look at it and see. We know what's going on. And they're not making any changes. Now, you could say, but President Trump, his approval rating is the lowest of any president at this point in his presidency. Yeah, that's really true. Great. Guess what? He's still more popular than you.
True.
You're comparing it to the wrong thing. You're comparing him to the other presidents. Nobody gives a shit about that. Compare it to his opponent, which is the Democrats. Your approval rating is trash. So all you keep doing when you try to bring up President Trump's approval rating, you bring attention to your own. And that's probably not a smart move for you at this point, because what you should be doing is figuring out how to improve it. And I don't know if you've seen, but you might want to check this out too. They're all doing videos now, working out. I think we had that before. Eric Swalwell, Cory Booker, But Swalwell, they got him like the camera's here, and he's on a bench underneath it, and he's benching 135 pounds, acting like he's benching 315.
He's like shaking.
Dude,
the
it's
bar,
135.
shaking and everything.
Dude, what you're benching when I do flat bench presses, that's my warm up, dude. That's my first set. It was not impressive. It looks stupid because they're trying to show that they're men.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I work out. No, we work out too. Not just those conservatives. We got testosterone too. Not very much, but we got it. No, you don't. No, you don't. And let me wrap things up here because I didn't expect to do the whole show on that stuff. I expected to get to some of the victories that we've had with President Trump, which have been tremendous. Just tremendous victories over in Europe. The guy just went to Europe and just kicked ass.
You know, I do have to say one thing that did happen a few weeks ago that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yes, please.
When Trump was at the Club World Cup finals when Chelsea won, and the man was standing in front with the entire team celebrating with them, and all the players on the team were so confused as to why Trump was standing up there with the squad. And to me, it was hilarious, but. Sorry, but I think
one of the reasons is because he's trying to promote the World Cup for next year and trying.
Was
to
that what it was?
Yeah,
because I know they invited him to present the trophy to the team.
Yeah,
but after he presented the team, he just stood there, and everyone you could see all the players in the background are like, "What's going on here?" it was a funny video.
I'm sure it's weird, but yeah, he's just trying to bring attention to the fact that it's good for the United States for the World Cup to come here.
It's going to be amazing for the United States.
Exactly.
I cannot wait.
And so, he's always shown that he maybe doesn't understand everything about sports, but that he likes sports.
He cares.
He cares, and he knows a lot of people are into this, that it's a good thing.
Yeah. He's a businessman. He knows what he's doing.
That's it.
He knows what
that's
he's
it.
doing. Oh, yeah.
Well, like he said, or that story of that Shane Gillis was saying. Remember the story of Shane Gillis when he went up to the suite during the Super Bowl and the head of FIFA was there, right?
Yeah. He just said, "Come here."
Come here.
Oh, I love that.
Imagine being able to do that.
That's like in any other scenario with any other person. They're looking at you and they're like, "We're gonna fight."
But you just come.
I love it.
But that's what he just did. It did some really, really good things for this country. And some people might say, well, actually, people were pissed off in this country that Europe didn't do better in that trade negotiation. That even European newspapers are admitting. Yeah, they're rooting for the other team. The people in our country basically rooting for the other side. Now they're allies, but still, why wouldn't you feel good that we finally came out better and that the European Union basically said, look, we understand things were not balanced and something needed to be done, and it went a long time that the U.S. helped us for many decades after World War II rebuild and invested in our countries, and it is our time to admit we need to make things a little bit more right between us all and get more cooperation between trade, between military, buying military equipment. Because again, you go back to his first term, he was getting rid of NATO, or he was getting us out of NATO. That was a potential prospect there. And now, not only that, we are more strongly aligned with NATO countries, and NATO is becoming stronger as all of those countries agreed to the increase of what they should be contributing, and they are acknowledging that. Yeah, the U.S. took the hit on that, and while they took the hit on that, we provided our citizens free health care. That's why. Why does Europe have free health care and the United States doesn't? Because we were paying their bill for other things that they didn't have to spend on. And that's all being acknowledged now. That's leadership. That's leadership. Y'all can't spin that. You could try all you want. and Schumer's trying and to shit on it and say it's fake. There was nothing fake about that. And they got to be mad at him too, right? That he went and cut the ribbon on a second course at Turnberry that they just built. So it's one of the most famous courses that he owns. One of the most famous golf courses in the world.
Gotcha.
In Turnberry, and they just built the second one. He's trying to get the Open Championship there again. It's been played there before, but because of politics and stuff, the PGA or the golf world didn't want that being brought into the event.
Gotcha. So
they've kind of stayed away
Gotcha.
from that, but people are lobbying to have that tournament brought back there because it's such a great course.
Yeah.
And especially for Scotland, you know. So they go to England, they go to Scotland, they travel around.
Gotcha.
And that's his heritage too. His mom was born in Scotland.
Oh, wow.
Trump's mom was born in Scotland.
That I did not know.
Yeah. So, but that he's doing a business thing while he's there as president, businessing, you know, Trump.
Always business.
Trump,
on the mind,
the Trump
business
organization owns that course. That had to like annoy people. But that's because he's not a career politician. You know, you shouldn't have to give up your business to serve this country. Now, maybe you give up control for a bit, but you shouldn't have to like sell out or do anything like that. But yeah, I'm sure that annoyed him too. But it was just win after win. It was kind of crazy how that's gone. Well, and he's getting tougher on Russia. There's all kinds of things we could have talked about. We didn't. But okay, so last thing. So one of the reasons we went to Mexico is to also pick up 2 new members of my mariachi band. Now, the first 2 members that I purchased are there in the middle. And you have Pablo and Juan, okay? Pablo and Juan are the cello player and the violin. And then the new additions to my group are Diego and Manuel. So Diego's the drummer because I thought Diego was a good name for a drummer. Just sounds like a drummer.
I
Diego's
agree. I agree.
Yeah, right? And then Manuel is playing the horn on the left side. So those were the 2 new ones that I picked up from Marcos. So they're all basically built the same. And he's going to give me, I commissioned him to add 1 more member to this. So I'm not stopping at 4.
The singer?
I'll probably stop at 5. No. Does the singer just sing in a mariachi band?
No, kind of. There's
you know what I?
They usually
you
have
know
like
what?
violin.
You know what?
Like
I got to actually get 2. I don't know what I'm thinking. How can I have a mariachi band without a regular guitar player?
I was gonna say because typically either the violin. Jesus Christ!
Because it does seem like that's not really
singing.
a guitar. That's more of a cello.
It is a cello for sure. Yeah.
Right. So I guess I got to get a guitar player too.
I would definitely recommend either maybe like a hybrid guitar singer kind of thing, the leader, quote unquote, of the mariachi.
Yeah, I agree. We'll make the guitar player the singer.
I would agree to have something like that on there.
And so I'll have to tell him that. But the next one he's making for me right now is the organ player.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
That's what I commissioned to do. So then we bought some other stuff too while we were there. So, the donkey. You could see it,
I was just about to ask you, is that a donkey or not?
It's a donkey. And what attracted me to the donkey is I do like the movie Shrek.
It's one of the best movies out there.
Okay. And Eddie Murphy was totally hilarious in that. And then I was trying to think at the time, what was the donkey's name in Shrek? And it's just donkey.
It's just donkey.
It's just donkey. So this is donkey.
I love that.
This is donkey.
I love
we have donkey. I'm not having him at this point. I'm not having him make a Shrek.
No, that would be fucking insane. That would be.
But
insane.
He could do it. But I'm also interested. He had a wild boar, and the wild boar looked like Pumbaa.
I like that.
It looked like it. So I actually have him try, and that's already built.
Mm-hmm.
So I have him trying to build me. I took
Simone, the meerkat.
Timon. Timon is the meerkat. Yeah. To try. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this meerkat. People are going to know what it is. I don't know, but I'm going to try.
Well,
and I may get him. And then I'm thinking, if I do that, then I have to have him make me a Simba, little lion.
Now that would be amazing. That would look really.
And I do like Lion King too, and I do like the new Lion King. That's more
the live remake or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was badass, dude. I love it. Absolutely love it. I like the Lion King. I like the storyline, but I like this too. But this, just with the eyes of it, it does really look, if you get close to it, like Donkey in Shrek. To me, it does. It's a good job. I don't know if that was. I don't really think that was the intention. Doesn't it? Tell me that doesn't look like Donkey.
I think the head part really sells it.
It does, right?
You know, another thing I want to mention is I love the color difference. How you have a little more of like a bronze kind of thing going on, like a copper bronze, and then you have.
And I think that's happening more and more.
Because the more it sits out in the sun and stuff like that.
It's on the sun, and it's just going to happen.
Yep.
This one was more rusted on the right, Diego. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because, again, that's the whole point
of
this.
Of it. Yeah.
And, dude, what he did for me for this, and then what I paid for it, dude, I didn't even negotiate. Really. It was just so good. And we got a pink cactus for Dawn, and he repainted the cactus he had.
Like same material and everything?
Metal.
A metal cactus?
But, yeah, I have a picture. I'll show you some stuff of that. But here's the other thing I did. I'm so mad. I thought I took a before picture and had it with me, but apparently I didn't, or I messed up, or I forgot, or whatever happened. So he's made these dragons, like the Loch Ness Monster type dragon. Okay. And it's more like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
Than
like
your
Nessie.
typical flying dragon, right?
I get you.
And he had 3 different sizes. And the biggest one, the head from the ground up is about like this. Okay? It's big. It's got little arms. And then it's got a big hump. And then it's got a third piece where you have the tail. And so you're going to be able to put it, I'm going to put it in the stones on the other side of the house where it's going to look like it's underground.
Ooh,
so like if it was water, like it would be if it was water. You know, it has the hump coming up like that. That's what this design is. So there was another dragon or something that he had that it was painted, was smooth, was like lacquered on it, and was this multicolored bronze. So different shades of this bronze color. And I was like, Marcos,
I need that.
Can you make that? Can you take this?
Color.
Can you put this paint job on this? Because otherwise, this was more like these, just totally metal. And it looked totally cool just like that.
Yeah.
But I thought with these colors,
make it look much better.
Dude, $150, including the paint job. Dude, it's huge. Dude, it's this big.
For $150? Handmade? What the fuck?
And he's painting it for me.
They'll charge you with like $50K, like
$50K
in the United States or something like that.
It'd be worth easily $1,000.
Easily a few $1,000.
Easy. And so I had paid him for the other things, you know, that I commissioned him to make.
Yeah.
And I had told him, you know, I'm coming back. I'm going to be here. I'm going to get him. I came back. I got him. But I didn't want him selling this.
The dragon.
Yeah. Like, I want this dragon. I want you to just do this. So I locked it in. I prepaid him.
Nice.
Now, some people might think that's crazy. The people in the people in the Rocky Point Facebook group might think it's crazy. I'm not worried about getting ripped off. Marcos gets me now. He understands. I'm gonna be one of Marcos' good long-term customers.
Lifetime.
Because we bought you know, the lizard for the wall, and we're gonna get the sun. We're gonna get the other stuff because I like that stuff. It's great decor.
And it fits
and I have
well
him
in Arizona too.
Dude, I have him making me a Steeler sign that's gonna be about this big metal. That's gonna have the background of a square that's yellow. and then have the Steeler logo coming
out
of it.
Ooh. Oh man, I'm excited for that one. I can't
It'll
wait
go
for
good
that.
here with our stuff. That
yeah.
definitely is going here in the studio.
Hell yeah.
So that, but I paid for
For it to be done
lagoon,
beforehand, yeah.
to be done up front.
Like
I
the
paid
down
him,
payment
and
or whatever.
and
it is.
I could tell he felt real weird about taking the money.
The
like,
money before
like,
the product is done, yeah.
dude, keep the money. I'm good. He's not going anywhere. He's at the same spot. He rents his place. He's got all his stuff there. You know, I seen the back of his store. I know what it looks like in the back door where he keeps the other things and stuff. This dude's not going anywhere. I'm not worried at all. And just building that relationship, but it really cool that,
That's really
I didn't
dope.
even negotiate.
I'm
just like,
that's really dope. That's really dope.
Because it was so worth the money. It was worth 150 all day long,
Easy.
the way that it was. And then he's going to paint it for me, and he's got to sand it a little bit more and do some different
I feel
things
like that's
to
the best
it.
part because he's doing it all by hand, so all the minor details he's gonna be able to kind of like get into and stuff like that, change whatever he needs to. So I'm excited for that one. The Steelers one
cool.
sounds fucking amazing. That one sounds
right?
fucking amazing.
It's cool. So we brought, like I said, a ton of shit back. We took the truck down and we brought a bunch of shit back and building my mariachi band. And I'm pretty proud of it there. But I think that works. I think Donkey works with it. I don't think that's a crazy thing.
No, and that's what I was gonna say. In Arizona, those colors just work very, very well outside. They just, especially because like all the rocks and stuff like that, it just sets very well in my opinion.
And with the trees we just planted, it's a nice little corner. Somebody's gonna have a nice house when we leave. Dude, we're probably not gonna be there next year.
That's crazy. That is so crazy to think. A few months ago, we were actually in the
Thinking
process
of leaving.
going to a different house.
We were trying. We're gonna try again. We need more square footage. We need a bigger house.
You need more space for more statues.
You have no idea what I'll bring back then.
I'm
no
actually really
idea.
excited to see what kind of space, what kind of things you'd pull up.
They have some I'll get some
like human size
big
things.
shit.
Yeah.
Put it in my front yard and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Like I think was it Don Quixote?
Okay. Yeah.
Little skinny Don Quixote with a shield and
the spear and whatnot. Yeah, no, I get
He's
you.
got a full size one of those, dude. And then, who's the fat guy with Don Quixote? You know that?
My knowledge on names isn't the best, to be honest with you. But I can find
So
out.
I think he has that too. There's like another character that goes with him. Like I don't know who his partner was, but it was kind of a fat dude. But I might get if I get the one, then I'll end up getting both.
I was about to say you'll end up getting both.
I'll end up getting both.
Oh yeah.
But it looks pretty cool. Or if you're really into it, they have some giant T-Rexes down there. And there's another place there that also has some really good stuff.
Have you seen the new Jurassic Park? Are you a Jurassic Park person? Do you like those movies?
I have up until isn't there whatever this?
There's like 7 now. There's a lot.
Okay,
There's a lot now.
I don't think that whatever the latest one in the last year.
Yeah, I haven't seen it now.
No. Yeah.
I was curious on that.
But all the other ones I saw previous to that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And even
one question, random question, just
Yes,
because
go
we're
ahead.
at the end of it and stuff
Who
like
cares?
this. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, man? I'm not sure if you're like a huge Ozzy fan or because I know obviously you're listening to his music, but
I liked Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I wasn't like overly into that, but I did like it. I respected Ozzy. I respected his career. There was a lot of debate about him online as well. Some people saying, the Prince of Darkness and linking stuff. And that he may have given his life to Christ in the last couple of years. And you know what? I don't know what he did on that.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't wish his soul bad.
yeah, 100%.
I'm just not that kind of person. And I don't know. So if if he did, I hope that he did, and that would be great. But just what he did here as far as music, he's a legend, 100%. And I can acknowledge that and not have to bring other things into it.
Yeah.
I don't have to bring politics into it. I think he loved his wife. He loved
That's
Sharon.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they had issues like
any other person.
Any other person and couples do, and how much harder it even is for somebody that's
Famous.
a music legend and famous like that too. And then she became famous in her own right. She was on The View and had opinions and was well spoken. Yeah, I mean, what really hit me though wasn't Ozzy. It was the three together, even though I don't put Malcolm on the level of the other two.
Gotcha.
Because he just wasn't that big of a star as Hulk Hogan. I think it was absolutely horrendous for people to be idiots and say dumb shit like they did about Hulk Hogan and his politics. And there's even a woman, I think she got fired for saying another MAGA dead, good riddance kind of thing. She was like a school administrator,
Dang.
like a supervisor
it's
or
it's
something.
kind of funny when you
Superintendent,
because I don't notice it. I like genuinely don't even notice
but I'm
it.
trying to notice
but
it.
you notice it
Because I'm trying to. Yes,
I'm gonna stay on top of that, and I'll make sure to remember to. I'll probably raise a hand or something. Start waving around. We'll get it down.
I think that was just dumb. I don't condone the audio that was released, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, where he where he was using the N-word and not
a good way.
Not a good way.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying there is a good way. I'm just saying this really was the wrong way.
Yeah, there's
like
balance
really.
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant for the public. It was private, but I don't condone that at all. But if no one is perfect, everybody's got something in their closet that would not be happy for other people to know about. Bar none. We're all sinners. Everybody has that. Again, I think he, in the last couple of years too, had professed more that he had accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. And again, that's not my place to judge that. That's God's. That's why I could give a shit when some non-Christian wants to criticize me. I give two fucks. You don't get to decide. You don't get to decide because I say motherfucker that I don't get to go to heaven. You don't get to decide that, dude. It's between me and the big guy. I'm not worried about you. So don't worry about me. I never cared about, especially about non-Christians' opinion about what a Christian should do or how they should act. Like you're going to hold me accountable. Fuck you. That is not a thing. But what hit me was just the three together.
Gotcha. In such a close time.
Such a close time. And just that time is short. Time is short. And it puts all the pressure back on me, again, of me thinking I'm 57 years old, and I know what I want to do, how active I want to be. And my most active time now that I have left is the next 12 and a half years, till 70. I mean, I think I'll be active in my 70s.
I feel like you're going to still be
because my goal is to be Jack LaLanne. My goal is to be Jack LaLanne, to be a fit old dude. That's my goal. And I think I'll be able to accomplish that because I'm sincerely trying to do that health-wise, physical-wise, but being realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the next 13 years.
I feel like that's a good thing about you is although you have a very high self kind of you hold yourself to a higher standard, but you're very realistic at the end of the day, which is pretty.
Yeah, you have to slow down.
Yeah,
there is a slowdown. And you'll always do what you like to do. You just do less of it.
Yep.
But there's so much I want to do here in front of this camera yet. There's a contribution that I believe God has for me to make that I haven't made yet. I don't, how do I want to put this? We've never really talked to this. I don't believe I've fulfilled the promise that God has placed on me that I was meant to do. And maybe I won't fulfill it. Maybe I only partially, maybe because of the fuck ups I had and the bad choices that I made, that it won't happen. But I believe there's a better chance of me making it happen now, because I do feel like I'm on the right track, that I am in the right lane. I'm not saying nothing bad can ever happen to me.
Never know.
Because life is just hard and bad things happen and people die and shit just fucking happens. And it's going to happen to me no matter how good my life is. And my life is great right now. So then you're just thinking, oh, when's it? But I try not to, I block that stuff out and I just deal with it when it happens. I know that it will. I don't need to think about it. Yep. I don't need to focus on that. That takes away from staying in today.
Yeah.
Where I'm at. What I have control of is me and what I do today. And yeah, that's what's so hard for me, is I want to do so much and trying to get it done. And it's why I push so hard. And will continue to. I don't know any other way. I don't do. It was kind of funny when we were at lunch on Monday before we left, having lunch with a client and a friend, the one that moved down there, and Dawn and I kind of relating some of the things we've done and things that have happened over the last year and her surgeries and me almost dying and the places that we've gone, the football games we've gone to, the events, concerts. They're like, shit, you guys do a lot of shit.
Very true.
And that didn't work out for me in my previous relationship. You know, I think it was too much. That was too much for that person.
Too many things, yeah.
And I just feel it in my bones, man. You know, I just feel it in my bones. I just want to push. I'm excited about being grandpa. You know, I'm excited about that. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I'm excited about that, and I just have so much I want to do, and I appreciate you being on this journey with me, really, and making this happen. And yeah, we're gonna make this happen.
Hell yeah, we are.
We're gonna make this happen.
Hell yeah, we are, Troy. Hell the fuck yeah, we are.
And I ain't got 6 years either, man. Fuck that. I'm going to figure it out before then.
Hell yeah.
And I just want to give other people who've said such nice things to me recently and inspiring other people. I know I'm on the right track, doing the right thing, because without any prompting, other people are specifically saying to me how I've helped them or inspired them or made their day better or helped them along. And so I know I'm making the impact that I'm supposed to make. I just know it's supposed to be at a bigger scale. It's supposed to be at a bigger scale. And not to make me bigger, but to make the story bigger, to make my testimony bigger. And the testimony is this crazy fucking life that and the comeback that God has allowed me to have. And I give all the credit. That's what's different this time is the first success that I had in my life, I was not grateful for. I took credit for everything. And this time I don't take that kind of credit. I do take credit because I put in the work.
You're the person
but I
around.
know why I'm here and who's made it possible and what role I'm supposed to fill. So that helps, I guess. So let's do this. We got another day. We want you to join us on Friday. We'll maybe get into some of the successes, or who knows what's going to happen between now and Friday. Maybe more Russiagate stuff will be exposed. There's just so much going on right now. And I think Trump's the same way. Look, he's like, The only chance to get this stuff and to fix the country is the time is now. And nobody has tried to do more things, good things, and you cannot like him, but he does mean well, to do more positive, good things for the benefit of all Americans, his family, his grandchildren, us, than this president. Nobody has tried to do this much stuff and have this kind of an impact before, and to change the world this quickly. And it's undeniable. It's being changed. It's being changed. Making trade deals so that people don't kill each other. Like, how about you stop shooting at each other and we can work something out where you guys can participate more with the United States, and we'll buy more of your shit and you let some of our shit in your country. Just stop shooting at each other.
Yeah.
How about you do that? And it's working. It's working everywhere right now, but between Russia and Ukraine. And Russia came back with a really shitty attitude yesterday. They will regret that if they go down that road. Nobody's asking Russia to bend the knee to Trump or the president of the United States. And he doesn't want that. He just wants it to end. Come, you don't have to be friends. You don't have to be friends. Stop killing each other. Stop killing each other. You know, keep what you had before this started. Yeah, Ukraine, you're not getting something back that you lost 15 years ago. That was lost before this latest thing happened. You lost it. You're not getting that back. And y'all can just stop killing each other and get back to work. Rebuild the country. And I don't know if you saw, the European Union now is withholding a bunch of money because of corruption in Ukraine.
Really? Huh. I honestly,
Yep, it was
I
just a
haven't seen
headline.
anything
It was
about
just a headline here in the last couple of days. Which I've said before, there's Ukraine is not like some great country in all this. They're both they're both dictatorships. There's nothing good there. But they can have their dictatorship. We just need to get it where they stop killing each other. And also figure out what's going to happen with the Palestinian people as well. So, but he's working on it. But to have a better, safer world, it's really, really being done. Positive things. The economy, still great news on the economy over and over again. But we'll get into all that. We stayed way too long. I stayed way too long. But I don't know. Maybe I just missed you. I don't know.
No, like I said, we're in a studio.
We could do whatever we want.
Hell yeah,
and
we got here
did
all fucking
today.
day.
And very, very happy about this. This is going to be great. And I can't wait to do the first interview coming up here soon in a couple weeks here. Maybe we'll be able to get some more. I do like being able to do some stuff locally like that. That's kind of neat. Not always from far away, but we'll do that too. All right, guys, that's all I got. That's the show today. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.